This is the test track at the PACCAR Technical Center. Here, Kenworth engineers test the latest engineering innovations that make your new Kenworth simply the world's best truck. It's also where we test the features that help you operate your truck profitably and safely. We're glad you're driving a new Kenworth, and we know it represents a valuable investment. But it's nothing compared to the most valuable investment of all, and that's you. Let's talk a little about how you can operate your Kenworth safely to protect that most valuable of investments. Safety. It starts right here in your glove box. There you'll find the operator's manual as well as a complimentary copy of the Truck Driver's Handbook from the ATA and a Kenworth dealer directory. There may be other manuals specific to the equipment on your truck. In this video, we'll barely scratch the surface of the valuable information contained in this operator's manual. I urge you not only to read it, but pay special attention to warnings about the potential for serious personal injury, cautions where you could damage the vehicle as well as injure yourself, and notices that point out useful information about your truck. Safety starts not with big, exciting, or spectacular subjects, but with the common things you do every day. Kenworth engineers have paid special attention to the details of how you use your truck, especially actions that are frequently repeated. For example, getting in and out of your truck. Our engineers call it an ingress-egress system, but never mind the fancy language. What it means to you is that the skid-resistant steps and grab bars have been designed to allow safe and easy access to the cab. It's based on the tripod, the simplest of stable structures. Watch. Whether you're getting into or out of a conventional or cab-over model, there are three common rules. First, always keep both hands free for climbing by placing any carry-on objects into the cab first. Second, always face the cab. And third, always use the three-point entry system. The three-point entry system is simple and works on both conventionals and cab-overs. You always keep one hand and 2 feet, or 2 hands and 1 foot in contact with the truck. Another way of saying it is keep both feet on the steps when you move one hand to a new position, and keep both hands on the grab points when you move either foot. On a T2000 or other conventional, this means always using the steps and the grab bars to keep 3 of your limbs in contact with the truck as you enter or exit. Never jump down from the cab, and always place tools or belongings in the cab first so both your hands are free for climbing. Although newer trailers have their air and power connections where you can reach them from the ground, sometimes you need to climb up on the rear of the truck. Make sure your truck has the proper safety equipment. That includes steps, grab handles, and a deck platform. Use the same three-point system that always keeps 3 points of contact with the truck. If your truck is not equipped with the proper safety equipment, climbing can be dangerous. Do not use the fuel tanks for steps or air deflectors as grab points. They weren't designed for that. Inside the cab, the combination lap and shoulder belt is the most effective safety feature. But believe it or not, many drivers still don't take advantage of it, even though it's the law. Or they use it incorrectly. Here are a few do's and don'ts. Do wear the belt as low as possible across your lap. And do wear the shoulder strap snugly across the shoulder. It should have only 1 inch of slack at the most when you sit comfortably. Don't wear the belt high across your stomach. Don't wear the shoulder strap if it's twisted. Always straighten it out. And don't wear the shoulder strap under your arm. Don't put pens, glasses, or other hard objects in a pocket that goes under the shoulder strap. Don't adjust the shoulder strap so that it fits loosely. And don't let passengers ride without their seatbelt fastened and correctly adjusted. The main excuse for not using the shoulder belt is discomfort. The strap can cinch up on rough roads and dig into your neck. But Kenworth has a solution for that. Some models have a D-ring adjustment that allows you to set the height of the shoulder strap away from your neck. Just push the button in the center to slide the anchor point to a comfortable height. There's also an anti-cinch device on the strap that helps to prevent it from slowly cinching up on rough roads. Just find a secure but comfortable tension for the strap. Then flip the latch up. This prevents cinching. Flip the latch down when the road smooths out or when you leave the cab. Your truck may be equipped with an airbag, but don't assume that that means you don't need your seatbelt. Our engineers call it a supplemental restraint system. For good reason. It supplements or adds to your protection only if you're wearing your seatbelt. The airbag won't work if you're not wearing a properly adjusted seatbelt. Also, common sense will tell you that worn, damaged, or modified seatbelts could fail in an emergency, so inspect and replace them as needed. If your truck is equipped with anti-lock brakes, you'll see the ABS warning lamp light up from the time you start the engine until you're rolling for a few seconds. This is just the system testing itself. Now, if the light comes on at any other time, that means the anti-lock system may not be functioning. Take your truck into the Kenworth dealer as soon as possible to have it checked. In the meantime, your service brakes will work normally. Now, there are a few do's and don'ts to using anti-lock brakes. Do drive with the same caution you always do. The anti-lock brakes are designed to help you stop more safely in an emergency, but don't count on them to bail you out of an emergency caused by unsafe driving. Don't pump the brakes in an emergency stop. Instead, do push the pedal to the floor and keep it there. The anti-lock system will help prevent wheel lockup in an emergency stop. Under normal braking conditions, especially on downgrades, you should still pump the brakes to help prevent overheating. Although the seats tilt back, never drive with them in the reclined position. That could result in you or your passenger sliding under the belt in an accident. Drive with them in the upright position. Also, while we're at it, make sure the seat is locked in place before moving the truck, and never adjust the seat or steering wheel while the truck is in motion. You could lose control. Now let's take a look at 3 different models of sleepers. When the truck is in motion, the passenger in the lower bunk needs safety restraints just as much as if he or she were in the passenger seat. A sudden stop could cause serious injury if the passenger were thrown from the bunk. Kenworth engineers have created a special restraint system for the lower bunk in the T2000 sleepers that offer greater comfort for the passenger. It's a safety net system that's stored here, in a pocket above the bunk. There's a similar system in the studio sleepers. Pull the net out and attach it to the 2 anchor points at the foot of the bunk. Then attach the upper strap that expands the sleeping area, and finally the lower front anchor point. To stow the restraint system, reverse the process. The sleeper restraints in the conventional sleeper and in cab-over models work more like a seatbelt. 2 restraints across the legs and chest protect the passenger. Although the shelves have been engineered for safety by facing sideways, remember to use the safety nets where provided to secure loose belongings. Something as common as a can of shaving cream can become as deadly as a bullet during a sudden stop on the highway. And if a can of shaving cream is like a bullet, a loose TV set can deliver the energy of a small bomb, so always use the tie-down straps provided. If your sleeper is equipped with an upper bunk, lift the latch to release the hinge locking mechanism that snaps the bunk in the up position. When you stow the bunk, listen for the click that means it's locked. If you don't hear the click, the upper bunk could come down and injure the passenger in the lower bunk. And never allow a passenger to ride in the upper bunk while the truck is moving. Some conventional and cab-over models are also equipped with an upper bunk. There is a simple buckle latch that secures the bunk in the up position. Always secure the latch when you stow the bunk. If the bunk is not properly secured, it could open unexpectedly, hit a passenger on the head, and cause serious injury. Also, some studio sleepers are equipped with a couch. Always make sure passengers use the lap belts provided when the truck is in motion. Although conventional studio and cab-over sleepers come equipped with emergency exits, they are for use in emergencies only. Do not use the emergency exits to routinely enter and exit the cab. There are no grab handles. You could slip and fall, injuring yourself. Your Kenworth represents a valuable investment. Yet as you work under the hood to protect that investment, you also need to protect yourself. Let's start with another basic, the hood system. The hood safety system on the T2000 is a little different from the other Kenworth conventionals. The hood hold downs on either side operate the same, but the hood requires less effort to open because springs and pneumatic cylinders take some of the load. Before you open the hood, make sure no one is in the way. Then one hand on the KW emblem is enough to pull the hood open. Inside, there is a safety latch on the passenger side cylinder. A spring-loaded latch snaps into a hole on the cylinder, preventing the hood from accidentally closing on you. Make sure the latch has snapped into the hole before working under the hood. To close the hood, simply pull the latch back until it pops into the open position, then close the hood and latch the hood hold downs. The T600, T800, and W900 conventionals share similar hood safety systems. Once the hood hold downs are released, make sure everyone is clear. Next, tilt the hood open by grabbing the KW emblem and using your foot on the step in the bumper, lean back slightly as you pull the hood open. Don't let it fall once it's over center. Ease it down. Inside, on the passenger side, is a safety rod attached to the hood. Hook it into place on the bracket. To close the hood, unhook the safety rod, making sure no one is in the way, and ease the hood closed. Latch the hold downs. The T300 has a different mechanical latching mechanism. Open the hood carefully, like on the other conventionals. Then, on the passenger side, make sure the spring-loaded latch has snapped into place, keeping the hood from accidentally closing. To close the hood, open the latch by lifting the metal finger. The catch will snap open. You can then close the hood and latch the hold downs. When you work in the engine compartment, there are several potential dangers, and you need to take specific precautions, especially when the engine is running. These dangers include hot parts, heated liquids, liquids under pressure, moving parts, and parts like the engine fan, which may start moving unexpectedly. Thoroughly read your owner's manual and use your common sense regarding other dangers that require specific precautions. If you're interested in making sure you get the most value from your new Kenworth, there are several sections of the manual devoted to preventive maintenance that start with your daily inspection and continue for the life of the truck. Your engine and other equipment may also have manuals and preventive maintenance schedules of their own. There are two things you should always remember about maintenance. First, it could well be less expensive to replace worn parts before they break. Consider the lost time and additional damage to other parts during a breakdown. And second, it's almost always more expensive and possibly dangerous to attempt to repair or adjust a part that you're not familiar with or don't have the right tools for. This is where your Kenworth dealer comes in. Your dealer is there to help you maintain your investment through a number of excellent repair and maintenance programs while you focus on your job. Inside your glove box is the Kenworth Dealer Directory that lists all U.S. and Canadian Kenworth dealers along with contact information and a brief description of their services. Every Kenworth dealer has access to a chassis parts file, which is a complete record of the parts for your particular truck. For a fee, you can order your own parts list as well as a customized Kenworth shop manual. If you're the truck's owner, you've seen this warranty agreement before. It's a straightforward document, but you need to understand it completely. Your Kenworth dealer will be glad to answer any additional questions you may have since you bought the truck. Your Kenworth dealer can also custom order and install additional safety equipment that can be tailored to your specific application. Throughout the Kenworth organization, engineers work hard to make your Kenworth the world's best truck. Here at the Technical Center, they continually test their designs to increase its profitability and safety. Now it's up to you to take advantage of all that hard work. Take the time to make sure you have the information you need to make smart, safe decisions about your new Kenworth by reading your owner's manual. Welcome to the Kenworth family, and thank you for buying the world's best truck. We're proud to build it for you.